It is Friday, the 8th day of September 2023. Good evening and welcome to Newswatch. Thank you for choosing Hope TV, the station where you look and live. I'm Tess Njenga and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Murithi. Let us take a look at the day's news. ODM party leader Raila Odinga has defended the party's decision to expel 5 leaders who they say rebelled from the party. Raila Odinga has continued to criticize those members for being involved with the government. Speaking today in Migori, Raila has labeled the leaders traitors, stressing that there is an alternative and better way to get involved with the government. The 5 leaders who were expelled from the party as a way of punishing them are Elisha Ochieng from Gem, Carolee Omondi from Suba South, Gideon Ochanda, Kisumu Senator Tom Ojienda, and Member of Parliament for Langata, Felix Oduor, also known as Jalango.
A strong ODM is a strong Azimio. Na sisi tunataka vile wanasema ukarimu uanzia wapi? Ukarimu uanzia nyumbani. Sawa? Vile nidhamu inaanzia wapi? Tungependa kuona na nashukuru sana gavana wenu Ochila yako. Huyu gavana amekuwa steady nyuma ya baba. Tunashukuru sana Senator Eddie. Senator Eddie amekuwa steady nyuma ya baba. Tunashukuru sana Fatuma full network. Yeye ni full network nyuma ya baba. Tunashukuru sana mbunge wetu Odege. Tunashukuru mbunge wetu Wilson ambaye ako hapa. Wako steady nyuma ya nani? Ya baba. Lakini wale wanasaliti baba, mnawajua, si ndio? Waambie chuma chao kimotoni. Tuko pamoja.
Respect for multi-party democracy. Vyama vya siasa mpaka viheshimiwe. Wewe kama umelichaguliwa na chama cha ODM, wewe umefunga ndoa na ODM kwa miaka 5. Utabaki ndani ya ODM, utatetea sheria ya ODM, utafuata amri ya ODM, mwongozo ya ODM mpaka baada ya miaka 5, sio? Manake wanachungwa ndio walikuchagua wewe. Kama ulichaguliwa kama mwana Wiper, wewe ni mwana Wiper. Kama ulichaguliwa kama mwana Jubilee, wewe ni Jubilee. Kama ulichaguliwa kama UDA, wewe ni UDA. Ford Kenya, Ford Kenya. Kama ulichaguliwa kama ANC, wewe ni ANC. Umefunga ndoa kwa miaka 5 mpaka fuate mwongozo na sheria ya hiyo chama. Lakini ikiwa kama wewe huko katika bunge au wewe ni MCA na wewe pale chama imetoa amri, imesema hii mswada inakuja kwa bunge, hii maneno inakuja kwa bunge, uchaguzi kwa bunge, sisi kama wana ODM tutapiga namna hii. Wewe huna chaguo lako mpaka upige vile ODM inataka.
Well, on a similar note, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has condemned the ODM party's move to expel leaders of the party on the basis of engaging with the government and advancing its agenda. Speaking today during the funeral of son to Kipkelion East Member of Parliament Joseph Cherorot, Gachagua said that the leader of the party, Raila Odinga, has a secret intention to benefit from the ongoing talks between the government and the opposition. Rigathi has also defended the expelled leaders, saying that the leaders met with the president on the basis of seeking development in the country.
Huyu mtu, he is not genuine about any dialogue, any discussion. Because if he was genuine, why is he punishing members of parliament who has come to sit with William Ruto? Nao amekuja kutafuta maendeleo. Yeye akija anatafuta mambo ya familia yake. Yeye akija hakuna makosa. Hata juzi tumekuwa kwa ikulu usiku, Kalonzo amefika. Alikuwa pale, amekuja na giza. Mbona hawezi kuja mchana? Sasa niliona mkomeni wanapiga picha na hiyo mtu. Sasa amekuja. Mbona hawajafukuza Kalonzo kwa Azimio? Kama hawa MPs waliketi na rais wako na makosa, Kalonzo amekuja pale na amekula chakula, amefungwa kitambaa hapa ya white, amekula vizuri nini. Si huyo ndio ya kufukuzwa? Kama lazima watu wafukuzwe wakiketi na rais, bora huyu Kalonzo na alikuwa pale. Siku tulikuwa na marais ya Afrika alikuwa pale. Na nikaona nafurahia chakula, soup, nini, anakaa mzuri, nafurahia. Iko makosa gani? Sasa hao wajumbe wamekuja kutafutia watu maendeleo.
Now, away from that, Kenyans are now more likely to receive their passports faster than they have in the past. This is after Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki held a meeting with Nyayo House officials so as to enhance the process of passports issuance. Kindiki also met with top management of the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, led by Director Mohammed Amin, and assessed the process and system constraints that have led to paralysis of the production of police clearance documents, certificate of good conduct over the last few months. The Interior Cabinet Secretary also asked the officials not to hesitate asking for assistance in delivering of services and streamlining of the immigration sector. Kindiki also lauded the entire management, asking them not to relent on eliminating the pending backlog of passports and maintaining public confidence.
The public is almost running out of patience with us. Yet the reasons why that backlog is there is not the making of the department. It is factors beyond the department. So I had sought DCI to perhaps just update me where we are so that I can see whether there is anything we can do to fast track the recovery of lost ground. I am happy, based on the report I got from DCI, that at least now the process is back on track. However, based on the report, it appears that even when we are back on track, we may need to do a few other things to be able to catch up with the demand and bring things to normal. Because even as we try to clear the backlog, new applicants are on the queue. So I decided to have this very brief discussion, maybe about 20 minutes.
An appeal by Busia Senator Okia Omtata, among others, challenging the implementation of the Finance Act 2023 has been dismissed by the Supreme Court. In a verdict delivered today, the Apex Court has ruled that it has no jurisdiction to entertain the appeal, adding that it's not convinced that the decision of the Court of Appeal occasioned grave injustice to warrant its jurisdiction. Omtata and the other six were challenging the lifting of conservatory orders by the Court of Appeal on the 28th of July 2023. The government is targeting at least 211 billion shillings from the tax measures to fill a deficit in the 3.6 trillion shillings budget. And on that note, let us take a short break on Newswatch tonight. We have plenty more coming up.
My best part about being a Hope FM listener was Hope Through the Night. My radio was always on at night, just worshiping and getting the sermons at the top of every hour. And it really made me a stronger worshiper. It made me a stronger worshiper. My best part about being a Hope FM staff has to be treasure hunt with the boys and girls every Saturday morning, being Auntie Rhoda. Oh, I just loved teaching the children. There's a child who wrote in her composition, she was writing about her family, and she wrote one of her aunties is Auntie Rhoda. I was so happy because I'd never met her, but they knew me as their auntie and just teaching them in the ways of the Lord. So I really thank God for every moment I spent at Hope FM, and even for now, being impacted as a listener.
Yesu ndiye njia.
Mtoto gani katika hii ulimwengu ameitwa Mungu mkuu?
Nasema akasema udhu billahi.
Hata leo usisema udhu billahi, tafadhali usikize.
Yesu ndiye njia. Uchambuzi wa masuala tata katika Biblia na vitabu vingine vya kidini.
We don't believe that Christ was crucified. Christ was taken right to heaven by 4 angels, 4 archangels.
Kama Muhammad ndiye alikuwa wa kwanza kuleta dini ya Kiislamu na alikuja after Jesus, sasa inawezekanaje Ibrahimu awe Muislamu, Musa awe Muislamu?
Yesu ndiye njia. Mjadala wa moja kwa moja kati ya walimu wa Kikristo na dini zingine.
Wanasema Mwenyezi Mungu ana mtoto. Jambo hilo wanasema limeleta jambo ambalo linachukiza.
Siri ya Mungu ambaye Mungu amejidhihirisha katika mili. Hii yote ni ukafiri.
Mumefanya makosa makubwa sana kusema kwamba Isa ibn Maryam ni Mungu wa pili na Allah ambaye ameumba mbingu na ardhi mkasema ni Mungu wa tatu.
Yesu ndiye njia. Jumamosi kuanzia saa 1:30 jioni kwenye runinga uipendayo ya Hope TV.
A very warm welcome back. Now, African leaders gathered in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania for the Presidential Summit as part of the Africa Food Systems Forum 2023. The forum, which has concluded today, drew over 5,000 delegates from across the globe to explore the policy breakthroughs and innovations that will expedite the transformation of Africa's food systems. During the summit, President William Ruto said that Africa has a huge potential in the agricultural space to exploit. On her part, Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, reiterated her country's commitment to revolutionize its agriculture sector and emerge as a leading food producer in Africa.
Inakadiriwa kwamba zaidi ya Waafrika milioni 283 wanalala na njaa kila siku. Wengine wanapata utapiamlo na magonjwa yanayohusiana na lishe. Kibaya zaidi, wapo wanaokufa kwa kukosa chakula. Hii ni aibu na hali hii haikubaliki hata kidogo. Tupo hapa pamoja na AGRF na washirika wa maendeleo, sekta binafsi, wasomi na wataalamu kutoka Afrika na duniani kujadili kadhia hiyo, kubadilishana uzoefu kuhusu namna ya kuendeleza minyororo ya thamani ya bidhaa za kilimo na kujadili mipango ya kuimarisha usalama wa chakula na usawa wa kiuchumi barani Afrika. Ili kuyafikia malengo hayo, sisi kama viongozi wa Afrika hatuna budi kufanya tathmini ya vipaumbele vyetu na kuvinasibisha na mahitaji ya sasa katika muktadha mpana wa kidunia. Ili tuweze kuyafikia mageuzi tunayoyataka katika mifumo ya chakula na kuifanya sekta ya kilimo kutufikisha katika Afrika tunayoitaka.
There is no future in agriculture unless we bring the young people on board. The average age of a farmer in Kenya is about 60 years. So, and when I became Minister for Agriculture, and I had a discussion with my peers then, the logo for the Ministry of Agriculture at that time was an old woman with ile jembe, the hoe, ile jembe. That was the logo of the Ministry of Agriculture. Explain to me how young people are going to have a different perception as a farmer if the logo of the Ministry of Agriculture is an old woman na jembe ameweka hapa kwa mgongo. That is how we changed. Tukabadilisha ile logo, tukaweka hapo greenhouse na irrigation infrastructure. Just, we need to create a new narrative around agriculture for us to bring young people on board.
Now back into the country, the first cohort of young men who underwent rehabilitation under the office of the spouse of the deputy president has graduated. The 85 men were placed under a 3-month rehabilitation program in Timau, Meru County and Donholm, Nairobi County. The jovial men came dressed in suits at the official residence of the deputy president, a transformation from their look 3 months ago. Speaking when she issued certificates to them, Pastor Dorcas said that her office will roll out the program across the 47 counties in the coming days. Pastor Dorcas is also set to set up a health village that will incorporate all aspects of life to assist in rehabilitation.
In our interaction, we have learned that we have different potentials. In our BDist at Timau BPSS Center, we had 2 TSC registered teachers, 6 graduates, other skilled and semi-skilled labor. We are now ready to join the job market. Those who are still unskilled are ready to join colleges and other TVET institutions. To prove it, at Holy Innocents, we were offered various responsibilities that included pig rearing, chicken feeding, and farming in the kitchen gardens.
This only seemed to be in a location where we decided to do a pilot. So they are from Nairobi and Mount Kenya. So, and some of those ones who are in Mount Kenya, you can ask, you'll find that they will stand. Some are from Kisumu. Ni kweli? Yeah, so we are not doing in one area, but there must be, every journey starts with one step.
So this parent calls me, sits after service and says, "Young man, you do not know what you've done," because tells me that my son comes and tells me that, "Dad, I have also been struggling with ABCD. His was a mix of alcohol and pornography. And just hearing Justo on Route 104, I feel a young person like me give his testimony on how God has moved in his life." And I requested to meet the young man, and we met over coffee, became good friends. And I told him as well, listen, by me sharing does not mean, because the devil puts banana peels all over. Scripture tells us that, no weapon fashioned against you shall prosper. It doesn't say that weapons will not be fashioned. No, it says no weapon. It means weapons will be fashioned. And he will put traps all over. Right from your phone. You open Instagram, you see an image. And all of a sudden, it plays back. All those things. So that's another, because the battle is in the mind. That is why Paul says in Romans 12:1, not be conformed by the patterns of the world, but rather be transformed by the renewing of the mind. He knows it's here. The devil knows. And this guy is millions of years old. He's not our age mate. For those who remember when I used to tell us that night, he's not your age mate. Stop saying that, me, I know, and you have been saved for 15 years. Dude, the devil has been in existence for millions of years. So guess what? He knows everything about you. Okay? But greater is he that is in you than he knows in the world. We walked together, and I'm happy to say that he found his deliverance. And he became also a peer champion, as it is, an educator. And for me, those are some of the things that, wow, without Hope FM, really the platform of Hope FM, as Reverend Tomboy used to tell us as well, this is a platform not for you, but God is using you. The initiative Friends of Hope is more or less like what Romans 10:17 says, that faith comes only by the hearing, and hearing through the word of God. But how will they hear if somebody does not go to tell them? Think about that Muslim brother or sister who, because of you being a friend of hope and supporting with your 100 bob or whatever it is, that in Friday evening, by chance, they listen to Yesu Njenga. And then because of you supporting and being a friend of hope, the message will reach them in Zanzibar, in Mombasa, in whatever it is. Mimi ni Rafiki Mso. I'm a friend of hope. I'm just a Zawaka. I would like for you pia ukwe Rafiki Mso.
Welcome back. Now in business, Mburugo Dairy Farmers Cooperative Society in Manyata constituency, Embu, have today benefited with 5,000 liters of milk coolers worth 19 million from the National Agriculture and Rural Inclusive Growth Project. This brings the total number of coolers to 4, according to the management, which stated that it was a significant step towards enhancing the farm's operation. Faith Muli has more details.
The Dairy Society in Embu has today received additional coolers worth 19 million. Speaking while commissioning the coolers, Governor Cecily Mbarire said that the society was a success story of the crucial role of cooperatives in sustaining livelihoods of rural folks and called on to others to emulate Mburugo. She further said with enhanced capacity, the station will be able to uptake more milk from farmers and contribute to the overall growth of the cooperative and better returns to farmers.
Tumeweza kununua kula 2 ambazo kila kula ni ya 500,000 liters kwa sababu wako na maziwa mingi sana. They are able to do up to 19,000 liters per day, but vile tumewaongezea because they already have 11,000 liters za kula, tumewaongezea 10, so they are at 21,000. Kwa hivyo wataweza sasa kupata mahali ya kuweka maziwa yao na waweze kuuza mahali wanataka, na hiyo ni jambo moja ya zile programs tuko nazo katika Embu County through support ya NARIG ambayo tumepata pesa from World Bank.
The cooperative CEO, Kennedy Njagi, said with the additional coolers, they will be able to double their daily storage capacity to up to 21,000 liters from the previous 11,000. The CEO additionally said they will also link farmers with experts to train them on the best farming practice to increase yields and also financial organization for credits. He further announced that starting this month, they will raise prices for farmers from 47 shillings to 50 shillings per liter of milk delivered to the plant.
Zitatusaidia kuweza kuzuia hasara inayotokana na maziwa kuharibika baada ya kukamua. Hapo awali tumekuwa na tanks ama hizo mitambo za lita 11,000 na tunaokota 19,000. Hivyo basi tukiongeza zingine za 10,000 tuko na uwezo wa kupoesha maziwa yote kwa wakati ufao na ifike kwa soko ikiwa katika ile hali inayohitajika. Siku hizi maziwa inalipwa kulingana na quality. Mwelekeo wetu hivi sasa ni kuwa tutaongeza maziwa tufike hadi lita 30,000. Hapo tutaweza kuwa na mtambo wa kuongeza maziwa value.
Reporting for Hope TV, I'm Faith Muli.
Thank you, Faith Muli, for that report. Safaricom Foundation, in partnership with AMREV, has launched its maternal health program, Afya Uzazi Salama, which seeks to strengthen reproductive, maternal, neonatal, child, and adolescent health outcomes in line with its 2023 to 2026 health strategy. Afya Uzazi Salama is a 3-year program which will be implemented in Narok County in its first year, where it seeks to impact 158,000 beneficiaries. Afya Uzazi Salama will advance health interventions for women of reproductive age, newborns, children under 5, adolescent girls and young women. The program will also strengthen community-based interventions that will increase access and demand for health services, particularly in maternal and child health, as well as non-communicable diseases.
Under the banner of Afya Uzazi Salama program and with financial support from Safaricom Foundation, our aim is to stimulate demand for and utilization of hospital-based deliveries, significantly enhancing the quality of life for both mothers and their infants. We have witnessed the transformative impact of these initiatives in other counties and where it has been successfully implemented.
Kwa hiyo leo tunaamua
watafanya kazi pamoja ili akina mama waweze kuzaa bila shida yoyote. Jambo la pili, leo pia tumeanzisha kampu iko hapa ambao mwenzangu ameshazungumzia kampu hii. Tafadhali jiunge na wale ambao wako huko ili uweze kupata matibabu ya hali ya juu.
We have established robust maternal and child health care services and programs and conducted awareness campaign up to the grassroots level with the help of our community health volunteers. However, a lot still remains to be done. I believe that with the support of the Afya Uzazi Salama program, we will be able to accelerate the improvement of maternal, neonatal, child, and adolescent health outcomes, as well as tackle non-communicable diseases in Narok East Sub-County and Narok County at large.
And in sports, KCB RFC head coach Andrew Amonde has expressed confidence in his squad as they head into the final leg of the 2023 National Sevens Circuit, the George Mwangi Kabeberi Sevens, this weekend. With just 1 point behind the leaders, Cabras FC Amonde says the team is determined to secure victory in the leg, which will be the decider of the overall winner of this year's circuit. So far, KCB RFC has won 2 legs, that is the Dala Sevens in Kisumu and the Christie Sevens played in Nairobi. Cabras, on the other hand, has claimed victories in Driftwood Sevens in Mombasa and Prinslow's Sevens in Nakuru.
I think it's just a continuity of last week. We are still not going to have the guys who have been called up for the national team. So it's just a challenge to the other guys who have gotten an opportunity to play, to pick up, and to be able to replicate what the other senior players had already done. So it's a big task with the young ones, but they are very capable of just doing whatever the other guys had already done before. The level has been very high, especially when it started, but it still gets competitive because at the end of it, there's still something to be won at the end. So I think what the people who have organized this tournament have made it to be a very high-class tournament. And the teams that have participated, I know they've learned a lot, and the players have grown to be good players that can be selected at the national level. I think it's a lifeline that we've been given after going out in Eldoret. So we've taken all the chances, we have prayed. We've been blessed enough, it's raining in Nairobi, the field will be nice. So that's a sign that there's something for us at the end of the day. We are going to go all out for the tournament. We're going to push as hard as we can and to be able to succeed at the end of the day.
Well, we have come to the end of Newswatch tonight. On behalf of the whole team, including my director, Davies, and my sound and script person here, Abdil, thank you for watching. I'm Tess Njenga. Have a good night and a great weekend. Bye-bye.